All right, what it do, baby? It's your boy Baki back with another one. Happy holidays. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a while since I put out an actual video, like a couple weeks anyway. I've been putting out a lot of shorts and streaming live. So if you've been there, I appreciate you. Today we are going to be reacting to the new Supergirl trailer that dropped earlier today. I missed out on it because I had to work and do a bunch of stuff, so we're going to get into it right now. If you haven't done so, please consider hitting that like button. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you like what you see, like what you hear. I'm a pretty big DC guy. I know I'm rocking a Marvel hat. I just really like this Marvel hat. I'm much more DC than Marvel. In fact, when I heard about this, what this run was covering, or what this book, or I'm sorry, what this movie was covering comic book wise, I immediately read the comic book. So I read the Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and I really loved it and I enjoyed it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, without even watching the trailer. I know people are thinking, oh, this is just like James Gunn's same bag or whatever else they're gonna say. The comic book run is very much like a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe and feel, with the brightness and the colors and the space adventure. You know, there's a lot going on here. So, you know, I don't want to judge it on any of that regard, because I already know that that is what the story is itself. So it's not fair to be like, well, it's like James Gunn stuff. It's just how art is. Art imitates art, you know? So, you know, it's almost like a full circle in a way. So it's kind of interesting. And I know James Gunn isn't like directing this or anything either, I'm pretty sure. So it has nothing to do with any of that. So I've been seeing that a lot in the comments and stuff, and like other things, when I haven't seen it myself yet, but that's what I've been hearing. So I totally get that, you know, criticism, but if you look at it from the comic book, they're probably doing it justice. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Let's get into it. Let's jump straight in this thing. Crypto, the super dog. Okay.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy. Cars are out. Hereby declare the 23 will be the best year yet. Let's be honest, babe, it's not a very high bar to clear.
She looks just like her in that run.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Krypton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
What's Superman like?
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Honestly, that looked great. That looked fantastic. That looked absolutely fantastic.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
Try to hide him. They tried to hide him. Dang, they tried to hide him. You know what I mean? They tried to hide him. They tried to hide him. Huh? Okay, man. I think listen, I'm down. I'm down. You got me. You know what I mean? Again, while I'm not the biggest fan of what James Gunn has put out recently, I enjoyed Peacemaker Season 1. I did not like Peacemaker Season 2, and I did not like Superman. And I did enjoy Creature Commandos, but the Rick Flag Senior you got in Creature Commandos is entirely different than the Rick Flag Senior you get in Peacemaker season 2. So his world already doesn't feel very connected, even though it's the same actors doing the same thing or whatever else. So that's still something that is a criticism and a fear of mine going forward, especially with this merger or whatever else is going on. Like, how connected are these things going to be? Do you really have games that are going to be connected and comic books, and you're connecting all these things? It might not work out. You know what I mean? I think you might want to dial that back a bit. But this here itself doesn't really need to be connected to, you know, obviously it is, but I'm just saying, like, because it is just a, you know, an arc for Supergirl, really, you know what I mean, with her like coming of age birthday, pretty much, that gives a lot more leeway to kind of have a little bit more freedom out in space, right? We're not necessarily tied to this hero or that hero or this villain or that villain. It's like Lobo and a couple other things are going on. I don't really want to spoil it. Honestly, you should read the comic book, because the comic book has some super sick like images, and I'm curious if they're gonna put them. There's one with a dragon, and that's all I'm gonna say is, like, it's like a dragon, not even just a dragon. It's like a, let's just say like a serpent, a large serpent image, and I'm curious if that kind of stuff is gonna make it into this version. But honestly, it looks a lot like what we get from the comic. So I really enjoy that. I enjoy how when she's coming through the smoke, she's walking through that shit. She ain't flying. She's not pretending to be some like god or anything else. Like, you know, Supergirl actually gets pretty deep, you know, and we're gonna see the Bottle City of Kandor, and like, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good movie. It looks good to me. This looked great. I have like zero complaints here, honestly. This doesn't feel like I feel in the Superman movie, and that's a good thing too, right? Like, Superman movie's supposed to invoke something different than Supergirl movie. So,
he sees the good in everyone, and I see the truth.
That's fire. This is like the end of the movie, obviously, but maybe not. Maybe middle. I'm down. I'm super down. That looks great. I got no complaints, actually. None. Looks great from beginning to end, honestly. Love the design. I don't get why people are complaining about saying it looks like James, like, I don't even see Guardians of the Galaxy here at all. I guess they just think because, like, space, right? It's like coined, like this kind of image right here, like, they think that's Guardians, but it's not really. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't know. At least to me. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. Super solid. I hope this is a better win. I hope Supergirl does way better than Batman. I'm sorry, Superman. I'm actually going to go watch this movie twice, no matter what happens, just so it does better than Superman. And then James Gunn realizes maybe I shouldn't write.
Okay, this does not look like.
Or maybe I shouldn't direct, write, and do it all.
For you guys.
You know. Is that old boy from Apocalypto? Kind of looks like him. Not sure who that is, though.
How's my cue?
No, it's a pretty small group of 2.
What's Superman like?
Iconic scene right here in the comic. That's this part right here. If it's the same scene.
He sees the good in everyone, and I see the truth.
It's great. That looks fantastic. All right, that's it for me on this one, baby. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all be easy out there. Peace.